Ah, yes. The spirits of the dead have warned me of your coming, Lady of Death. I have heard of your rise to power. You have come a long way to learn the secrets of the Nagaraja. Are you prepared to explore death in a new way? Hello and welcome, Canaanites, Kindred, and other children of the night. We are here once again with Lucretia Giovanni. Oh, Greece. Eventually, we need to take this if we're going to succeed at all of our goals, and it is literally controlled by ghosts who we can't fight because we don't hate them. They hate us, but we don't hate them. That's a thing. Over here in Italy, things are going much as they have the whole time. We still need to get rid of this guy and all the other horrible rebels that we have to deal with. Going crazy. If we go up here... Oh, no, not you. You've been beaten up, poor Albina. Old Salanguria. This man... we're gonna have to do something about him. There's all sorts of different things we might have to do. Well, let's first of all look at what we got going on here. We got this arrival here. We already gave up a murder plot on her. So we might just, we could demand her conversion. She'll probably ask for a hook, and we can't afford to have her have a hook. We could just, tyranny her. Probably will trigger a civil war, and I'm not sure I want to do that right away. I might want to try to gain some more strength first. Like, use this money we have on hand, maybe, to increase our, and we could cap our ghouls here. We could see to that. We should hurtify someone. Yeah, it says we should hurtify a mortal, but we don't have to do that anymore. We can certainly hurtify all sorts of vampires now, so let's just throw this guy in. He's just a guy who lives in my court. We're still working on this. It's probably going to take us forever. We're also trying to seek out the Book of Nod. The Book of Nod. So we have the Temptation of Cain and Zilla's Tale. So let's start. So the Kingdom of Persia has the Tale of a Crone, and this random vampire also has a copy. Is some pack leader someplace. We cannot invite him to our court. He doesn't like us, which is, okay. We try to mesmerize him. We have a pretty good chance of making that work. We could potentially, like, we're going to buy an artifact claim from him, but we don't have the prestige for that right now, of course. When we do, though, we'll try to rob him of it. We don't really need to bring him up to our court to rob him of his claim. So we're going to wait on prestige to be able to progress that, but we want to keep it in mind anyway. Is there anybody else we need to murder? Let's look at our domain. First off, we have converted Japhet over to Giovanni. Now, just because of the weird way that it tracks this, it seems that some vampires, when we make them into Giovanni, get both the original Cappadocian and the new clan trait. That's fine. He could just have that extra 10% bonus. We're not mad. And some people don't, because if we take this guy, the other guy, first person we picked who had 100 reputation with us, our vassal down here, we've also added him to the Giovanni. He has decided to take up our cause. Mostly we picked him because he's loyal. We thought that'd be interesting. And he got the trait just fine. So, I don't know. Seems to have worked for one of them and not the other. But, I mean, they're both Giovanni. They're no longer Cappadocians. That's just how it goes. There's nothing to be done about that. They're on the inside now. If we look at our vassals here, we sort them by opinion of me, and then we invert it. That's not me. That's why. That's not me. So vassals, opinion of me, inverted. So we got all these guys who don't like us. Sadly, Salangario is one of them. In particular, though, we want to see if there's any Cappadocians who hate us still living inside of our territory. There really isn't, so we won't be going after any of them anytime soon. We will try to get rid of all the rest of these people, though, because they are just making our life difficult, is what they're doing. They're making everything so hard on us, and we don't want that. Anybody nearby who might be worth murdering? No, not really. some trouble down here and happening in the land of the Giovanni. I gotta decide when I'm gonna be ready for this, because I really gotta do this thing, you know? I still probably should do this eventually. I haven't been rushing towards it. Ooh, Helena Troy, she's dressing differently now. That's pretty cool. Like, I've been thinking maybe we should be taking this too. Oh, my grandson was slain in battle. Was Dante's child. Alright, well, that's not the best. Vampires getting slain in battle is pretty rare, but it does still... Ooh, an attempt on my life. I still don't know who this is. Let's just stop for a second, and we're gonna look up here. This is still happening, so we're just gonna put you back on. Back on protecting me, because we don't need attempts on our life. That's not a thing that we want to have happen. We would prefer that never happens again, in fact. Good. Secret exposed. My great... She's a Polly, dude! She's a... Why are you having an affair with a Polly? Commander promoted. You want me to promote this woman? She's terrible. No. My army is not a nursery. Why does everybody keep sending me their terrible, 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 terrible people? My Marshal is hardly bad. Like, she's hardly bad. Ooh, stewardship perk. Just gonna go to taxwoman, just because we can always use more money, you know? Money is good. We discovered urbanization. I've arrived in Rome to pay homage to you, glorious lady, and show my loyalty. Well, your loyalty is definitely enough. Thank you for pledging yourself to me. Feel pretty confident in all of our positions. Let's see if we have anything specifically we want to chase after. I kind of want to get bombards. I just love the idea. Actually having bombards. The development of gunpowder-based weaponry has allowed us to surpass the limitations of levers and pulleys. Our new siege weapons can tear down enemy walls with a force and efficiency that our ancestors could scarcely dream of. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. That fits right up our feeling about how to do great harm. Stress. So we're going to use one of our de-stressors down. Talk to a confidant. There we go. Helps with that. Got a lot of prestige yet to earn, and a lot of things that we still want to do. I also want to kind of get this under control. Melancholy perk. Well, so after that murder attempt, I'm kind of feeling like maybe we should be heading down here. The thing is, this isn't that good. +5 prowess isn't that good. Then it's stress gain. Oh, we do have another choice that I completely forgot existed. That could help us to deal with some murder. We don't have obfuscate. Obfuscate would be a great discipline for us to gain. With our melancholy focus. Obtenebration is definitely a aggressive discipline. I think we're going to start with shadow play here. Just get a little bit more sneak in there. So we have herdified this vampire. Wonderful. It also gets him into our court. Lit only by a single candle, my finger pauses on an entry in the ledger. Something is not quite right. Soon I am searching through every record from the county of Venezia I can find. At last it's clear as day. It seems as if an entire village has gone missing from the taxation records. The tax collector in Venezia must investigate. I shall travel to the village personally myself. Yes, I'm that kind of brave, you know. Some people would call that kind of brave that kind of stupid, but, you know, I don't think we're... Listen, it's fine. Trying to put ourselves in a bit of danger, so let's see if we can find someone in here who might be not hopeless. Like you. We can start swaying you. You could be convinced. Let's go check it out. A missing village. I arrive at the village accompanied by my guards. I discover at last why the locals have stopped paying their taxes. Every house stands derelict and abandoned. There's no trace of any people at all, not even my collector. A slowly rising sense of dread overtakes me as my guards rummage through the silent houses, quickly turning to panic when one of them suddenly shouts, "What did you find?" What awaits me in the abandoned house is a foul stench and a pile of corpses. Decay makes it impossible to tell how they died. But even the least rotten corpses are not without any marks of obvious killing. Burn this hell pit to the ground. Alright. Get rid of it. And it's time to return home. We get a stewardship perk for that set of events. We can take professional workforce, which we're gonna head down to centralization. Recent reports of your agent bring tales of a young neonate by the name of Galzo. This youngling seems to have a lofty ambition. Instead of showing you due respect, as he should, he seems to be gathering support around northern Italy for some unknown purpose. So far, he has proven too clever and elusive to catch. That's not going to last. So, I am not a man of passion true. I consider Milan my birthright since I was Duke a long time ago, and also true Italy will always hold a special place in my heart. But did Caesar halt his ambitions at one city, one nation even? I am not conquering lands and titles for a higher purpose, or even the thrill of it, not at all. There's no religious, no philosophies, no emotions. There's only the game. At winning your opponent, oh geez. You're doomed, dude. You're doomed. You have a big army. You better hope it's not mostly levies. Yeah, okay, so where are you at? There. Okay, so you have robbed someone. You've robbed most likely my child. You've robbed my child. That's awful. I can see he has 20,000 levies. Guess what? We're going to teach him a lesson about what it actually means to be a vampire. This could be a really dangerous event if we weren't very prepared for this exact kind of thing. I'm gonna move this to here, and we're just gonna be like, yo, I'm sorry, but seize all de jure lands. And then we're gonna raise all men-at-arms here, and then we're just gonna head in there. He's gonna raise his army, and we're gonna beat him half-raised, because you know what I said before, right? Levies are useless against vampires. Like, literally, levies are useless against vampires. A familial reflection? I remember the day when my son, Martino, oh, my former marshal and son who died. I shall honor your memory with a poem. How cruel a mistress is random chance to cast him aside with nary a glance, when one so great falls so far, our fate's cruel whims, not simply bizarre. Would have been cool to become a poet, but, you know, there was never much of a chance of that. Let's combine our army together here. He doesn't stand a chance. I'll accept that gift. I love it when people send me gifts in the midst of my wars so that I don't get completely screwed over. Alright, that's done. Let's just move over to this one now. I legitimately don't know. Okay, really? So every single one of my commander promoted is now going to be a stupid, these people are terrible one? I can't get a single one of the regular generate a new character ones anymore? Just going to make everyone hate me over and over again? Enforce our demands. You can just cease to exist. Does he still have his troops, or did his magic troops mostly got killed? Yeah, he has mercenaries. His magic troops were mostly killed. So we don't want to hand him over to our child if it's going to destroy our child, because he's been just doing so good. But we will grant him this guy. Great. We don't want to manage that idiot. It's fine. We never wanted him to begin with. What do we have? Hold court. Write thoughts down. Hold mystical communion. We will definitely do. Okay, so we had no real trouble with that up-and-comer. Once the opportunity arises, we will probably trigger that rebellion, but we need a little bit more money first. We don't want to just, like, ruin everything. I have nothing in this category. Nothing. fine, I guess. Wait, we lost a herd member? Again? That's fine. We have this guy. This guy's got lots of prowess. Let's herdify him. Yeah, I'm good with that. What is this? Oh, that's the new herd. We've swayed her. Scheme at court. Scheming against me, eh? Throw him in jail. So let's look at our prisoners here. We have this guy. He's just a person. You know what happens to just people? We eat them. And this is just a person. So we eat them. And this is just a person. So we eat them. This is not just a person. Does he have money? He does. So we can just ransom him to himself. Tell him to get the hell back to work. Dude, when... I didn't realize he was back to being the second most powerful vassal. I literally should have just... That's fine. We'll have another opportunity to deal with him when we trigger that rebellion. Okay, we can demand payment from our daughter-in-law, which we will. You know, all payments come to us. I think he's gonna get killed because I think, just like with me, my child's army is gonna be easily able to get him. Oh, he's the learned Italian vulgar. Cool. Melancholy perk. It's nice. We can always use more of those. Let's see what we're doing. Are we gonna continue down here? Let's get ourselves some more obteneration with Eyes of the Abyss. This is wild to me. Why are you not attacking this? Oh, you're smarter than he is. You're gonna just sneak in there and defeat him in the background. A language barrier. This is my friend. Perhaps I should learn Arabic. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's learn Arabic. Let's add that to the huge pile of many things we're doing. He's just sieging you down, bud. Yeah. Oh, look who took it. Good for you. Good for you, kid. I bet that guy don't even exist anymore. Let's find out. Let's find out if that guy even exists anymore. Oh no, he still exists. Are you gonna do it? I would love it if you hate him. No, my army's not a nursery. Stop sending me useless people. Okay, my friend Viorica is so talented, renowned across the land, and truly a brilliant fighter. Her swordsmanship is questioned by none. Watching the way she attacks the training dummy. But what? She's not that good. I don't think I'm as good as her. I literally know it's true. But I could sure use the stress down. So that's a thing. Learn language success. I feel accomplished. That's very fast. My spy master has come to a discovery. She is certain that my vassal is scheming against me. Throw her in jail. Every time you find someone scheming against me, we'll throw them in jail. You know what? Who are you and where you live? Down here, eh? No, you don't live there. You live where? There's this barony up here. What's your clan? You're a Bruja, eh? So I can't revoke your title. Move her to my dungeons where she can just live forever. She can live in the dungeon for all I care. That's fine. Dungeon's a good place for people who wrong me. We will absolutely extort our subjects because it's more money. Preparing for the inevitable rebellion that's about to happen. They even live by my mercy alone. That's true. This is not a demand, but I do expect gifts. But we're saving up. Does this do? What's your opinion? Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. We have enough money probably now to be able to do this. Show her in at once. Thank you. So what we gotta do is we gotta come down here She lives up here, doesn't she? Where is she? So you, would you like to go to prison? Try to murder her again. Murder her child as well. Is there still a murder scheme against me? There is. There is. Could invite one agent here. Join up, please. Yeah, I see dead people. We need to pause because we're going to have to talk to a confidant. Ease our mind a little bit. I gotta do something about this guy. He doesn't follow death, right? So if I demand his conversion, will he accept without a hook? That's the end of it then. We're gonna have to murder him. There's really no choice. Okay, we ended our sway. We got as far as we could with it. Let's see if we can find somebody else we can change the mind of amongst our vassals. You, I think, can be swayed to come around. Good. All right. Things are going well. Oh, quest for necromancy. I have roused my blood and prepared myself to the best of my ability, but the finer points still elude me. If I want to master this discipline all the way, I need a teacher. Luckily, my scouts have told me where just such a person can be found. How far away do we gotta go for this? This is an intense journey. This is the intensest of intense journeys. This is insanely intense. We're gonna be at this for 100 years. Murder winged messenger? Is that worth 80 gold to me? Probably. Let's pause because we're trying to figure this out. We need to take mercenary guides because they're just generally good. Desert seems to be a bit of a problem. It's just desert, really, right? So we could take somebody who's good at desert. And then we can make a pretty safe journey, I think. Let's see. I'm gonna set a custom route and then we'll be right back. Alright, so we've created a relatively safe journey that takes us all the way to India so we can learn this power that we're looking for. This is definitely gonna broaden my horizons. This is probably the most dangerous and insane thing we've ever done. It's wild. We're crossing literally the entire world to learn this discipline. Wolves at the door, so we shall unleash the dogs of war right on her. Good dogs. So we have killed her with werewolves. Good. Ooh, a derelict ship. Let's investigate. We found a trinket. It is a sponge on a stick, which we are just gonna we don't need that. That's not of any use to anybody. We got lots of money right now. You should probably use that money to a purpose, right? She's still in our prison. She could be there for literally eternity. I hope she knows that, right? Like, I hope she understands that I could keep her there forever and ever and ever. Our dark court. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about raising up my dead people a little bit. Just a little bit, though. We don't have a lot of money for affording more dead people. Murder en route. Pay a hunter to draw a map. I abandoned this idea. We don't need to. Been here. Grab some diplomacy experience. Travel the trodden path. Oh, this is nonsense. I'll take over his guide. I don't want stress. I don't care. I'm not out here for lovers. An unusual encounter. Avoiding the harsh midday sun. Of course we avoided the midday sun. That's horrible. You hear that, lady? It seems ill at ease in our dark shelter. As I turn around, I am suddenly face to face with a young girl who must somehow have walked right past Auton. The startled child immediately vanishes deeper into the caves. Follow her. We delve deeper and deeper into the earth, leaving the bright sunlit landscape far behind. For increasingly damp, dark tunnels, as I finally catch up to the girl, I'm distracted by a splendorous sight. An ancient system of underground canals that extends as far as the eye can see. Welcome, lady, to my very own palace. It is likely to dwarf even yours. She looks at me defiantly, clearly dismayed that I managed to follow her all the way down here. Let's dive for hidden treasure under the waters. That could be fun. Could study the structure and learn something about irrigation. Learn to respect your betters. I don't care about that. Let's... I'm gonna take the shot. Oh, we didn't find anything. That's fine. My armory is not a nursery. I'm never accepting any of those people ever. I don't care how mad people get at me. It's not a thing. Travel Tomb Raiders. So we find some Tomb Raiders. The lady deserves her cut. Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna raid tombs. You're gonna give me some. Under the guise of night. It is what it is. Like, we got this journey to take. Scheme discovered. Another person from the scheme has been discovered. Well, he can go to my prison. Like, he can go to prison? You want to go to prison? You've made 2 wonderful children. He was the one murdering me the whole time! It was you! Oh, you did it! It was you! Let's just blood bond you. Let's just blood bond you so this doesn't happen anymore. Grotesque creatures. I've rarely seen my son and heir, Duke Fibonacci, this excited before. His eyes seem to be devouring a richly adorned book. Sometimes I manage to take a peek at the maps in the interior. One morning, he finally approaches me and says, "My liege, there are rumors that the land of the Ayawana is home to an extraordinary people. It is said that the Bulimia, a headless people who have their faces in their chests, wander these cities. I must see them and report back my findings. Yes, I must." They must be somewhere. Every time we haven't found them. You promised me there would be monsters, Fibonacci. How are people back home going to know they weren't here? Let's just perpetuate the lies that allow people to think that there's monsters. What a lovely thing to do. Bad guy, royal quarter. I will enjoy what this place has to offer. So, passing through the gates of Baghdad, it's hard not to reflect on having reached the traditional center of the Arabic-speaking Islamic world. The outskirts of the inner city, I find myself surrounded by minor palaces, kitchens, and bakeries. Towering above us at all times is the green dome of the Palace of the Golden Gate. My caravan leader, Otan, glances at me thoughtfully. My liege, we could spend some time here and study the customs. I will enjoy what this place has to offer. No chance I get humiliated, and no chance I just make a passable thing. So we're going to stay here for 14 days. That is definitely worth this. Inspiring rule. Let's just look what that perk is. There's a... Okay. Wait, no, he has to stay there. He's being bloodbound. Let me see. What is that perk? Inspiring rule. So monthly prestige per powerful vassal on the council. Nice. It's just free prestige. It's actually pretty good. And we head on deep into unknown territory. We're arriving at our destination and we meet our mentor. After arriving in Vard Hamana, I start making inquiries about the whereabouts of my prospective teacher. It turns out it's none other than the ruler of the local domain, Count Baghapal of Vard Hamana. We exchange some initial pleasantries, then the conversation turns to more practical matters. We are ready to learn. We are so ready to learn! Ghosts and vampires? Come on. Necromancy is a discipline that tries to understand and sometimes control the dead. Yeah, I know! You think Look at me! I'm Lady Lucretia Giovanni, the reckless cultist leader of the clan of the dead, master of the path of the dead. I don't even understand. How can you How? Can you think I would be scared by that? The dead walk with me, it is enough. Gain deserted halls? I will invite everyone back. Yeah, people leave for a bit because of my new necromancy, but you know what? They could just come back. Let's head back out here. We're gonna look at that in a second because that's real exciting. Let's look at what we've got going on here now. If we click on our everything a person has to do at all times, do we have it lit? Do we have it lit? Yes. Oh, it's gonna be great. I can't wait to be able to feed from ghosts. It's another thing to add to the list. A classic, really. And done. My rival is dead. The guy who was trying to murder me is in my prison, who wasn't who I expected to be, and I'm on a long journey home. And with that, I think we're gonna bring this episode to an end. Overly talkative. I don't care about keeping complete silence. Just take time. He's in my literal prison. Right, but with that, we're going to bring this episode to an end while we're in the midst of our journey. Thank you for watching, and hope you join us the next time we are here with Lucretia Giovanni. We're going to be able to pick up a new piece of the Book of Nod maybe next time. We got the prestige for it. We're working well on our way to the next one. Also, since things have calmed down, we might be able to finish our Greek campaign. We're just going to do this duel ourselves, obviously. Is she any good? She's actually quite good. Ooh, yeah, I might even eat her. Like, I might make her my herd eventually. Yeah, but did you just, like, no? Alright, well, that's it for now. Thank you, and I hope you join me the next time we are here with Lucretia Giovanni, Mistress of Death, Lady of the Clan, First of the Cappadocians and Giovanni. Bye for now.